How y'all doing out there in video land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Well, we got an unboxing for you today. Got an unboxing. There we go. The clue's on the table. The clue is on the table. That's all I can say. Let me see what we're going to unbox today. Let me unbox with my little knife. Oh yeah, my AD20.5 Shark Cub. Oh yeah. Let's do this. Where is this coming from? DLT Trading. Let me see that. DLT Trading. All right. Thank you, Shark Cub. All right. I've been wanting to get this one for a while, but I had to wait until I got a good price on it. You know me. Got to have a good price. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let me see what we got here. Demko 8020.5 3V slotted Tanto black G-10. Second thing I got in here is a Demko 8020.5 3V slotted OG green G10. And yes, they're the Tantos. I had to get the Tantos, people. I didn't have any Tantos in my collection. I've been wanting to add these to my collection because I wanted to have, you know, all of them. All right. All right. Here we go. First one up. Let me see, which one is this? This is the black G10 Tanto. Oh yeah. Sookie sookie. Oh yeah. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it right off the bat. Isn't that beautiful? Oh man. Oh man. Let's see this other one. Let's see this other one. I'm digging it. Let me put this out the way. Oh man, these are beautiful. They don't need to be modified. They're coming right out the bat beautiful. Might just put skiffs in them. I mean, the only thing I do to these is put some skiffs in them. Look at that. Finally got some Tantos for my collection. These are the newest AD20.5s in my collection. 3V Tantos. Awesome. They are absolutely beautiful, people. Absolutely beautiful. Let's weigh them and see how much they weigh. I'm going to set them right here, I guess. Let's see how much they weigh. Okay, got to set to 0. .7 ounces. 3.7 ounces. That's a beautiful weight for these. That's the same weight as the groovy ones. 3.6 on this one. How come this one's lighter? 3.6, because they're the same. 3.7. That's interesting. All right. Let's see how long the blades are. Three and 1/8. Right at about 3 1/8. The handle length, 4.5 inches. Total length, 7 and, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. 7 and 5/8. I'm gonna measure this one too, because it's lighter. I just want to see if they're both the same. Yep, 3 and 1/8. 4.5 inches for, okay. And 5 and 7/8. They're the same on all that kind of measurements. You know, let's check out the thicknesses. This is my entire collection of 80/20.5s that you see on the table here. We're going to go through all of them. This is going to be a long video. It's going to be a long video. Discussion video. So I'm going to get the specs done first. Then we'll get into the discussion. Got it zeroed out. Okay, that's what we got. 3.16. That's millimeters. 3.16 millimeters. Let's go in front. So it's 3.13. .16 again. Let me zero back out again. Hold on. Okay, here we go. 3.15 on this one. What was the other one? 3.13? Oh, 3.15 also. Okay, so the blades are the same. Let's see what the tips are. One 1.01 millimeter. There we go. That one's probably more on the tip. That's probably actually better a little bit. 0.98. Let me see this one again. Yep, 0.95 on that one. Okay. I would say the blades are the same, people. Blades are exactly the same. Oh, we got to do the handle thickness too, huh? Let's do handle thickness. Right here, right in front of the clip. That's where I'm going right here. 10.12 or 14 millimeters. 10 millimeters. I'll just call it 10 millimeters. Ooh, this one's thinner. 9.95 or 7.4 millimeters. Why? They should be the same. Hold on. They are the same. Okay, they are the same. 9.95 millimeters thick. These are some beautiful knives, people. I highly recommend any of the 80/20.5s. Any of them, from the small pivots to the big pivots, people. I think they're all awesome. The only difference for the big pivots to me is like a I don't know, it has to do with looks. You know, I think this is just the big pivot is just more appealing. It's better looking than the small pivots. You know, because they put all the labeling on the pivot instead of on the blade, like on small pivot ones. But one thing about the small pivots, though, they came in with a nicer package. They came with a pouch and everything else like that. The big pivot ones just come in a plastic container, like you just saw. All right, well, let's go ahead and go through them. These are my first Tantos. I didn't get these to modify because they're already got G-10 on them and stuff like that. These are already nice right off the bat. So I'll probably leave these just the way they are. I love them. I love them because I got lots of fat scale ones. Actually, I got a lot of thin scale ones too. Let's go through them. But these will be getting skiffs. So I'll probably be doing another video where I'll change them in. I'll put the skiffs in them. Oh, these are so nice. They feel like they got the better bearings in them. I don't know if they got the steel bearings in them still. They feel really nice, people. All right. Let me get the labeling up here so that everybody can see where they came from. DLT. DLT. All right, let's go through all these. I'm going to start off with this one. This is the first one. This is my first one. I absolutely love it. That was my very, very first one. My very first shark lock folder. Came with the shark's foot blade and the Grivery handle scales and Backspacer. Grivery handle scales and Backspacer. It has steel ball bearings in it and a steel ball bearing cage. Not a deep carry pocket clip. This is all stock. This is the way that they came. Exactly the way they came when they first came out. This was the very first one I got. I carried this one for about 3 months straight. Absolutely love it, people. And it works like a charm. Even though I went to skiffs and all my other ones because I just like the way the skiffs feel a little bit better. They feel a little bit smoother. Let's leave it open. They feel a little bit smoother. You know, that's the reason why I like skiffs. But that one still feels nice. Now this one has skiffs inside of it. This is my regular EDC one. Absolutely love it. Titanium scales. This is when they first came out. They didn't have textured scales or anything like that. They just had the plain titanium. This is exactly the way they came out. The only thing different on this one is that it's got skiffs inside. Other than that, it's completely stock. This is a 3V with grade 5 titanium handle scales. The blade is about 3 inches long. The shark's foot blades are shorter than the clip point and the slicer and also the Tanto. This is the shortest blade that they made with these. And it was a 3-inch blade. Absolutely love it, people. This is an awesome knife. I carried this one a lot too when I first got it. Because this is my first titanium one, or first metal handled one, was this one. I like metal handles, people. I don't know, they just feel stronger. And, you know, I like G10 because G10 feels stronger too. G10 always, you know, whenever you put G10 on the handles, G10 is a really strong material. I would compare it to aluminum. You know, G10 and aluminum are pretty close in strength. This one right here is a Micarta. This is one of my first ones too. This is my first fat one with fat scales. That's why I'm calling it fat one. It has fat scales. Whenever you hear me calling any of these fat, I'm referring to the scale, the thickness of the scales. What the fat ones don't have, you can't see the stop pins in the front. The 3 stop pins, the 2 for the shark's fin, and the 1 for the blade. This one's got peel ply, Micarta scales on it, and the kit comes with the Micarta Backspacer also. This is when they first came out with the kits with Ripp's Garage Tech. Ripp's Garage Tech. It's a saber flat ground blade. This one's an AUS 10A blade. Absolutely love it. It's probably one of my most used ones too. I use it a lot. I still use it. Why? Because I like to carry this one because, let me show you. This one's easy to use with either hand. Either hand. Both hands got the same grip. I love it. That's one thing I like about the shark lock folders, people, over any other one, any other lock types, is because I like knives I can use with both my hands. I like having one knife that's good for either hand. If I got into a conflict, what happens if this hand gets disabled? This hand could take over. That's the sort of way I think, people. And the shark lock to me is a very easy knife lock to use in either hand. In either left hand or right hand. Whether you're right-handed like me, I'm a right-handed person. I'm not left-handed, but this one's easy to use in my left hand. That's why I love it. I love the shark lock. I highly recommend the shark lock, people. Any shark lock folder, I think, is better than all the other ones. Any shark lock folder. You know, arcade, you know, they get a Flightanium arcade, those are excellent too. And they're a little bit slimmer and flatter if you need a little bit slimmer and flatter knife. And they're a little bit lighter than the standard 80-20.5. I'm calling this a standard 80-20.5. the ones that are this size now. Because now they got the Shark Cubs, and those are 80/20.5s too, but they're totally different. They're small. Next up is a, oh yeah. This is my nuts pattern. Nuts pattern from Original Goat. This is when Original Goat first started making scales for these. Yes, I was one of their very first customers. They got the order receipts to prove it. I've been a customer of Original Goat ever since it existed. And at first, you used to be able to get things really fast. You order things and they'd have them within a month or so. But now, I'm still waiting on some scales. I'm waiting on some, well, I'm not going to say what kind of scales they are, but I'm waiting on 3 sets of scales still that I ordered, I think, last December. So, and then I have one that I just recently ordered last month, or this month. And it was actually the end of last month, I think. And they say that's going to come out in December, but we'll see. We'll see. When it does come, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be one of the biggest ones I've had in a long time. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I'm going to let it be a surprise. But anyway, let's get back to this one. This is aluminum nuts pattern. This is the forest green color. It comes with it didn't come with it, but I ordered a deep V-groove backspacer for it in the same type of finish. Aluminum with the same type of finish. I think it's a Cerakote. I think that's what they use, like a Cerakote or something like that. Can't remember exactly what they use as their finish, but it's a really nice finish though. It's really beautiful. I must admit though, knives I made with these handle scales and these finishes are probably my least used knives. Why? Because I always worried about damaging the finish. Because if I damage this finish, I can't fix that. If I damage a titanium or aluminum or something like that, I can fix that. Because I can wet sand and sand out and buff and polish and do all sorts of stuff to get the scratches out of it, or get the snail trails out of it, or even bad scratches. Like if it dropped on the ground or something on some pavement. But I can get rid of those things. But something that's painted, I can't. I'm calling it painted or coated. Coated, that's a better word, because it's not paint. It's like a Cerakote, I think. I think it's like a Cerakote, people. I'm not sure. You guys can check on the website and see exactly what it is. This one right here has scales from, Demko Knives. Demko Knives. I bought these scales, I think it was on Knife Center. I don't think I bought these off of the Demko website. I think it was the Knife Center I got these scales. I'm not exactly sure. You can go back and see the original video of this one. You'll find out. I have so many people. My memory's not exactly right on all my knives. So, if something's a little bit off, you go find the original. All my knives have all these knives have had unboxings. So that you can go back and see exactly what it was and where it came from. Because I've had a lot of these for a long time now. Especially the small pivot ones. The small pivot ones were all the ones I first got when they first came out with the Taiwanese 80/20.5, and they had lots of them, and you were able to buy them. It wasn't like the 80/20s and the 80/20s where they do releases on them. They're gone in a matter of a couple of minutes. Whatever they have, so you have to be like right there at the right time, otherwise you miss out. I've missed out a lot on those. So I sort of gave up on those. I started buying the used knives and fixing them up. That's why I started doing the 80/20 series, 80/20s and 80/20s. My 80/20 that I have, the one that I do have though, that was a brand new knife. That was a brand new knife, and 2 of my 80/20s were brand new. The L-Max and the M3, the Bowler M390. And all my D2 ones, those were all used ones I got off of eBay. But I love the D2 ones. Matter of fact, what's in my pocket today? My favorite knife of all time. This is my numero uno. And it was the cheapest 80/20s I got. I think I only paid $205 for this one. It was in bad shape when I first got it. That's the reason why I got polished. All the other ones aren't polished because they were in real good shape. They're like brand new knives, even though they were used. They were like, in excellent condition. But this one wasn't. This one was one that needed refurbishing. And so I totally refurbished it. Absolutely love it. That's a original goat backspacer, aluminum backspacer that I bought raw and I polished. It's got skiffs inside. It came with skiffs. The person originally had skiffs inside already, and they already had the Lynch Northwest titanium pocket clip. So all I really added to this knife was the backspacer. One reason why I added the backspacer because the backspacers that came with had paint all on them. I think the person that had this knife was a painter. It had a orange G-10 scales that were covered in paint and all sorts of chemicals and stuff, and it was hard for me to clean them. So I gave up on trying to clean them because I was going to use them, but I couldn't clean them. So I went and contacted John Demko, and this was before they had scales like the Demko website it has now, where you can just buy scales. You had to actually call and ask for them, and I called John Demko, and I told him I wanted some purple G10 scales, and that's what I got. These came from John Demko. So it makes this knife really special because this knife has a big story to it. Absolutely love it. My numero uno. And yes, the Demko knives I usually carry nowadays are all purple. All purple pretty much, people. One of my favorite Demkos are purple. All right, where are we at now? That was the Peel Ply Natural J G10 from Demko Knives. The knife is Oz 10A, saber flat ground, 3-inch blade, shark's foot blade. Next one up, another shark's foot. Shark's foot was pretty much the first one that I fell in love with. I have lots of shark's foot knives. I think I have either 2 or 3. It might be 3 shark's foot 8020S models. And I have the 2 clip point blades in 8020S models, and a clip point 8020. That's my entire collection, people. Most of my collection are the 8020.5s. Oh, by the way, these are Demko knives, Demko knife scales, and these were bought off Knife Center too. The same time I bought these. I bought them both just to modify these 2 knives. Right, these 2 knives, all these ones came with scales like this, not this color, but different colors. But they were the Grivery scales. The only one that you see here that didn't come with Grivery scales is this one. That came with the titanium. That one's totally stock the way it came from the factory, or from where I bought it. But I love modifying knives, and the 8020.5 was a fun one to modify because it came with scales I didn't like. I shouldn't say I didn't like them, but there's other things I'd rather have. Next up, let's start on this end. This is the king of my 8020.5 clip point blades. What is it? Damascus. The most expensive 8020.5 you can buy. The Damascus from Taiwan. That Taiwan produces. The Damascus 8020.5 is the king. This is not an anodizing. This is a Damascus scales. All the way through, people. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This one stays in the safe. This is a safe queen. It's one of my collectors. Oh, and the blade, 3V. 3V blade. 3V. That's one of the reason why you see a lot of 3V blades on Andrew Demko's #1 knives that he likes is because 3V is his, he's always said that 3V is one of his favorite steels of all time. So that's top. That means that this knife to Andrew Demko is a top of the line knife because he put 3V steel on it. So that's why you pretty much look at that. 3V and Magna Cut. are the 2 top line steels for Andrew. All right, here we go. 3V also. Titanium. About the same time I bought this one. I bought the shark's foot and the clip at the same time. Titanium. This one I left all stock. This has the stock bearings inside of it. This one has stock bearings inside of it too. Why? Because I didn't want to modify them, because they're both my collectors. They both stay in the safe. The one that I used out of these two was this one. I bought one to use and one to collect. Next up. Oh yeah. This is one I recently anodized. What is this? This is a Ripp's Garage Tech titanium kit. Titanium backspacer and scales. When they first started making these. Way back in the day. I've had this knife for a long time, people. Absolutely love it. And this one is a D2. Is that right? Yep, D2. D2. I love the K110 D2 also. That's a good steel too. Absolutely love it. This one doesn't have pocket clips on it also, because it's a jacket knife. Whenever you see my knives without pocket clips, it's because I made those without pocket clips because they carry in jacket pockets. You don't need a pocket clip. All right. This one is Original Goat. This is their first titanium kit for these. Titanium jump backspacer. Skips inside. Next Northwest pocket, titanium pocket clip. This one's a D2 also. D2 also. K110 D2. Skips inside. Absolutely love it, people. These were all this one, and this one, and this one. They were all original the Grivery Scaled knives. Pretty much all mine were Grivery Scaled knives or the budget knives, and then I turned them into nice knives. That's pretty much the way I did it. All right. This one has the Original Goat kit also. This aluminum kit, and that's the shark's tooth pattern. Backspacer is a polished aluminum backspacer that came raw and I polished it. Absolutely love it. Got a Lynch Northwest pocket clip, skips inside. These are awesome, people. I don't care what anybody says. Shark Lock rules. Shark Lock rules, people. You want the best fidgeter, and not only just the best fidgeter, but it's one of the strongest locks that's available. You got a doubled up package right there. You know, this is this great self-defense folder, great utility knife. You know what I mean? It's just one of the best. You know, these are kind of knives that you can carry for your whole life as your regular pocket knife, and they're pretty much legal everywhere where I live. You know, because we don't really have a blade limit, but a lot of towns and municipals have like different requirements or for blades or whatever, where if you're carrying something too long, they can confiscate it because they could say it looks like a weapon or something like that. That's the way they sort of do that. But you know, they see something like this, like a 3-inch blade or something smaller than 3.5 inches. They don't mess with you. They don't really mess with you if you have something like 4 inches or smaller. But when you go 4 inches and larger, less time to get your knife confiscated. In lots of different areas. They won't take you in and incarcerate you. They just, you know, maybe they would if you were in a fight or something, but if they just, you know, found something on you, or you said that you had a pocket knife and you showed it to them and they said it was too long, they're just gonna confiscate it, and that you won't get in trouble. I've had that happen to me twice. So I'm telling you firsthand, you know, but whenever I get pulled over by the police and stuff, I don't argue with them or debate with them. I just try to be as polite as possible, because I don't want any conflict, because I know they have the power to do whatever they want over me. So You know, I just roll with the punches. Whatever happens, happens. But I'm always polite and courteous. You know, I treat them like they're they got a rank over me, and I'm in the military or something. You know what I mean? It's like I don't argue with them. I've never, you know, had any problems with when I gotten pulled over before because I'm always polite and courteous. I act like a person with manners. But this is the Flightanium G10. If you apply G10, absolutely love it. Small pivot. I really love the Flightanium scales. The Flightanium scales feel really nice. They're made in Utah. They're not made overseas. They're made in Utah. This one right here has got the Flightanium brass thumb studs also, and Flightanium jimp backspacer. Brass jimp backspacer. Skips inside, Lynch Northwest. Pocket clip. All right. Last but not least is the newest sets of 80/20.5s I purchased. This one right here is an Ultim. All these came with Ultim scales. They were all the Ultim ones that I think it was it Blade HQ was selling. They were getting rid of them or something like that, and they were going for like $119 for the satin finished ones and $129 for the DLC finished ones. These are 20 CV blades, big pivot. They all came with the Ultim scales. I think they did that because the Ultim scales, they had problems with people cracking. I had my Shark Cubs. They were the Ultim ones too from the same sale, and I think I paid like $114 for them or something like that with the 20 CV blades. And they had the Ultim handle scales, and two of them cracked up on me. And so, I can see why people didn't like the Ultim. That sort of turned me off on Ultim too, because I have several Ultim knives, but I'm going to just leave those alone. But this one right here is going to get has a kit coming for it from Original Goat. I'm not going to tell you what kind of kit it is. That's coming from Original Goat. All right. Oh, by the way, this is the slicer. This is a little bit longer blade. It's like 3.2 inches long. DLC coated, saber flat ground. It doesn't have a thumb stud on it. No thumb stud. And it's supposed to be a little bit thinner behind the edge. Absolutely love it. That's the way that it came stock. All the rest of them that I'll show you will be knives that came stock looking like this. Either they were satin finished or DLC finished with the same scales. Oh, by the way, this knife is all stock too. It has stock bearings in it. It's a completely stock knife. It's waiting to be modified. This is the after picture of the before one. No, actually, let me do that. Let me do it this way. This is the after picture of the before one. This one came originally looking like this one. Now it's this one. This is my newest Purple Rain. Absolutely love it. And it's got Flightanium scales, G10 scales that Flightanium modified for me because I asked them if they could turn the small pivot scales into big pivot, and that's what they did. Absolutely love these because they're thick. Flightanium makes the thick ones. They make thick handle scales for 80/20.5s. I like the thicker scales. Thicker scales where you don't see the pins in the front. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. 20 CV blade. All of these have 20 CV blades I'm showing you now. This is my aluminum one. My aluminum one with 20 CV blade. This Original Goat kit. Original Goat kit. Got the Jimp Backspacer. 20 CV blade. This is probably the one that I've carried the most out of these. Last but not least is the one that's getting carried a lot now. This is my titanium Original Goat kit. Oh, by the way, this is a shark's tooth kit. Shark's tooth pattern. shark's tooth pattern. This one right here is pineapple pattern. Sort of looks like a grenade pattern or whatever, but they call it pineapple. And it's got a plain backspacer, titanium backspacer, 20 CV blade, saber flat ground blade, slicer blade, skiffs inside, and I anodized the Lynch Northwest pocket clip to the same voltage as the scales. This was done at 19 volts. When I anodized it at 19 volts. Anodizing is a blast, people. I love anodizing. I've really gotten into it. I'm going to try doing some different things anodizing next. Absolutely love these. Might be one of my favorite AD20.5s is this one. And this is the heaviest one. It weighs like 5.5 ounces. But I don't know what it is. It just feels really good in your hand. The weight, I don't know, I always think like, 5-ounce knives just feel good in my hand. I just like the way that they feel. I just like the weight of them. But then sometimes I like like having something super light too. I really like having something that's like around 5 ounces. I must admit it. This one feels really good in hand. This is an awesome kit. Original goat. And last but not least, my new ones. These are totally stock, haven't been modified, but they're going to get modified. I'm going to put some skiffs in them. But I think I'm going to leave them just the way they are. I like the way they are. I love this one. That's nice. That's a good looking Tanto blade too, people. That Tanto blade looks nice. I only got some Tantos. I'll probably end up modifying one of them. And maybe I'll put one of the scale kits that was for this one on this one. And maybe leave this one stock because it was kind of cool to have a stock knife of every different pattern that you have. My stock knives for these patterns are these two. Stock knives for this pattern are these. Maybe I will keep one stock. I'll probably keep the OD green one stock. Just to add a little bit. I like adding a little bit of color to my handles and stuff. I don't like always having all black things. But both of these look really beautiful. I might have to get another one to modify. I have to wait for the next sale. I got these for $179, people. $179. They're normally like around $250. So it was a good deal for me. All right, people. Well, that's about it. That's all I got for you today. Got the new additions to the AD20.5 collection. New additions to my AD20.5 collection. I finally got some Tantos. So now I got the Tantos, the shark's foot, the clip, oh yeah, and the slicer. All right. Love them. Peace out, Stiletto. Everybody have a great day.